Hey everyone, Ben and Ob here. Today we are reviewing 2023. We go to the parks pretty darn regularly, and although we enjoy a good roller coaster, don't get us wrong.
Heck yeah, we do.
We like meeting people and getting to make memories with everybody whenever we go.
And that's what we really wanted to make this video about, is reminiscing about 2023 and some of our favorite memories with everybody in the parks.
We looked through a calendar because literally the visits that we make down to Universal are a blur. And we had to go through and kind of look at from the start of the year to now, when did we go? What did we do? And as we went through it, we were like, ooh, remember this, remember that? So we're going to go through that and share it with you.
So the first one we're going to talk about is our February trip, where we hit the February Orlando Informer meetup, as well as the first weekend of Mardi Gras.
Now, when you booked that, did you know it was the first weekend of Mardi Gras?
I think it was a happy accident. I'm pretty sure we did like the Orlando Informer meetup first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We booked that.
And then it just happened to be the opening weekend of Mardi Gras. And we had never been to Mardi Gras before. It wasn't one that stood out to us as one that we would really enjoy, but when reminiscing about some of our favorite things from Mardi Gras
went way up on the list. Like, yeah, Mardi Gras was not an event that Ben and I readily looked forward to, because it just seemed like it wasn't our jam. We were wrong.
Oh yeah.
So we went,
but for a surprising reason.
Yeah, yeah. It was unique.
Yeah.
It was very unique. But we'll start with OI and then we'll talk about Mardi Gras. So we went to OI in February. It was beautiful because I could wear a robe and do the things.
It was cold. I remember it being cold.
You're right. There was one night. It was quite brisk. The one thing that stands out to me the most for February OI was our food challenge of eating everything at the Orlando Informer event.
It was one of our first sort of, call it, extreme videos that we tried to do.
Eating our way through the Orlando Informer event, it's been very fun, because since doing that video and feeling as miserable as I know I did, we've had a number of people talk with us about it and say like, oh, you got to buck up, like, come on. But then they go and try and do the OI event and do the same thing. And they're like, holy crap. Like,
but it was also a great way to show people all the food that the Orlando Informer meetups has.
Do you remember a significant food that was like, I'm done, I'm out, I don't want to touch this?
Krusty Burger, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's like, oh, did you play up the idea of like you laying on the table? It was like, no, I was so overeating.
Yeah.
By the time we hit Springfield, that Krusty Burger was work. I was like, this just isn't fun anymore. Like, I'm ready to be done with burgers. Personally,
and John will probably agree with me on this, I think I have a skewed perspective of a Krusty Burger because of that. Yep. Another one that stands out to me was once we got to Louis, there was a meatball sub. I've never wanted to take a bite of the meatball. It was the last, like one of the last items, and I love a good meatball sub. That one was just...
It was something.
It was not appealing at all at that point in the night.
What was your favorite thing about the actual Mardi Gras event, though?
I'm going to say the ride and dine, but the specific point of us doing the ride and dine was riding on the floats. And for the very first time we ever did the ride and dine, we got to be on King Gator. And I have never been with such a hyped group of people. Yeah. Shout out to the Callahams. That's where we met you guys, which was super cool to meet a really cool couple who was enjoying riding on this float just as much as we were. And then like now we're going through HHN houses later on in the year together. But like riding King Gator, I don't even remember what we were chanting with people.
Yeah, I remember chanting.
There was chanting, there was bead throwing, like there was a hold up in the parade, but it didn't matter because we were just so hyped. Yeah. It's cool to do the ride and dine, and we are already set up to do it for 2024, but I don't think we could have had a better first experience doing it because we were on King Gator, because that's the best one, you know?
I also think like the parade for me was like, it was a moment that you and I had together, but it was also a moment that we had kind of with the performers.
Yeah.
Because like just based off where we were in the parade was like,
The other night. The other
Yeah,
night
the
when
other
we
night.
weren't on the float.
And so like the parade does its loop, and then kind of people just kind of leave, and then they start going back through the gate, and like we would hang out to the last like possible minute and just like hype them up because like we know they're almost done. And that was when we got to really know a lot of the performers. Like you and Sam played rock, paper, scissors when they got held up, and like it was just a great time hyping them up because like they do such a great job, and like
the
put a ton
Phoenix
of
girls
effort.
when they were stuck. Like these girls dressed in the Phoenix costumes for the Phoenix float. The parade got stuck, and they handled that hold up because they were like they saw the light at the end of the tunnel for the exoteric gate. And yet they had to deal with us the whole time and keep entertaining everybody that was still watching. Like it was fun. It was a really good time. And just in general, I think that it is a shout out to the Universal cast that put these shows on, that even when they're stalled for like, I don't know,
It was
might
like
have
30
been
minutes. It was a long
I was
time.
going to say 20, but I think you're right. I went closer to 30. Like they were doing their job for that much longer, and they still had a smile on their face, which was amazing.
That was also when we first met Whomping Wizard, who we would meet.
It's true.
In HHM.
When do you have that on film
Oh, yeah.
of me? We will shout people out if we recognize them on floats and try to get their attention.
Try to get you on camera. And
Also, just me showing up randomly, and I've got a stack of beads around my neck this high. I think I did a good job. That was so fun.
Next trip that we did was in the heat of the summer for the June Orlando Informer meetup.
Strike that.
It was March.
We
went
enjoyed
back.
Mardi Gras so much that we went back in March.
We did.
Then fast forward to June.
Then fast forward to June.
So we took John with us in June. That was an experience in itself.
Sharing a hotel room with a friend in order to save some money.
We were all like, you know what? John's coming with us for OI, and it's a quick weekend. We'll stay at Adventura, and the three of us will share a hotel room, which
It worked out.
it was fine.
It's a good way to
But
save
you've
some money.
also lived. We've both lived
We've
with
lived
John.
with John for...
And then he's deployed with you. So, like, I was the odd man out in this situation is really what it came
It was
down
really fun, though, because, like, he had been to the parks, but hadn't been to the parks, like,
daytime.
and, like, been able to experience the parks kind of in all its glory for a long time.
And by that, you mean chugging
a
a
butterbeer.
cold...
Frozen.
a frozen butterbeer.
Who's got his butterbeer? Chug, 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 chug,
I just want
chug, chug,
They
chug,
said
chug,
chug
chug,
a cold butterbeer. They didn't say frozen. I just want that on record.
chug.
None.
That's how you experience the parks and explore. Did you enjoy doing the challenge video with John? Because that one stands out to me more than the OI videos do.
So I enjoy, like, looking back at our old videos and, like, seeing how far we've come.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, it's the classic adage of you look back even 6 months and you're like, man, those are rough. But that was like one of the fun videos to shoot. It was kind of when we were like, okay, like we're starting to at least figure out some of this YouTube stuff. And so capturing more candid moments was definitely a lot of fun.
With June, that led us into summer.
HHN hype.
We took a little bit of a break from visiting the parks, like I had mentioned. It gets pretty darn hot in July and August. And it's really busy. But we did miss going to the parks. The entirety, it was like we hit up in June, like the 1st and 2nd, I think, if I'm remembering right.
pretty
So we
early.
had all of June, all of July, and all of August to just not be at Universal, which was sad. But
Led to HHN.
we got to get hyped for HHN season. And that was, HHN is amazing in itself, but the hype is so fun.
In terms of a trip, I think our HHN trip was
The best.
the best.
Like, favorite trip of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
Stake that in the ground.
Yeah.
Best trip?
Best trip.
Yeah, probably.
For
But we were also there
plethora
for
of
over
reasons.
a week, too, so that kind of helps.
Yeah. One, we got to relax a little bit. Like, we had a full week. We got to kind of enjoy things at our own pace. Of course, we were there for opening night. And as opening night always seems to at this point, it rained a lot.
I had wiped that memory from my brain until you just mentioned it.
I think one of my favorite memories of shooting the opening night one was me walking down Hollywood and being like, oh, it might rain, and there's like a lightning strike behind me, and I didn't notice it until like I was editing it. I was like, yeah, it's gonna rain.
And then did it rain?
Oh,
then?
it rained.
It was so wet. It was like, I know that it rains the first night of HHN, but I didn't know how bad it was going to
rained.
be that day. Only to then not like, we learned a lot at HHN. Like, our goal at HHN for night 1 was to film the opening ceremonies. That didn't get to happen. Then to hit up houses early before other people as much as we could because we started in that front scare zone area.
And then we waited
But-
2 hours for Chucky.
But that didn't happen. Oh, we did wait 2 hours for Chucky that night, didn't we? Bummer. I guess. But
What, 8 houses done the first night? Something like that? 7, 8?
did we? I thought we finished all 10. Or am I getting it mixed up?
We didn't do Dueling Dragons and we didn't do Yeti?
You're meaning to tell me that we put all that time in
No,
and
we
then
did
you
not hit
edited it.
We did not hit every house.
And you edited it till like 4 a.m. only to not have all the houses?
Yeah, we didn't have every house.
I didn't realize this.
Yeah.
Next year.
Maybe. No opening ceremonies next year.
Something. We'll just have to, bank that Rick Slicks will do his live and everyone could go watch his live.
Media pass.
Or that would be very helpful.
But HHN is also where we also started understanding the whole like never go alone thing.
We now agree.
Now agree.
Having a Scream Squad is
Scream
extremely
Squad.
important. Now, your Scream Squad, I'll put a little asterisk by it. It doesn't have to be the same Scream Squad with you wherever
the
you
whole
go.
night, no.
But you meet up with Scream Squads and do houses together because we did that.
We met up with Accio Fun. We met up with Jeremy and Danny. We met up with the Callahams again. Tyler and Friendly Hero. Watched Nightmare Fuel with them. Met Benji. Met Moose.
Whomping Wizard
Whomping
and
Wizard,
her
yep.
husband Brad. Hung out in Diagon with
Sam.
in Wonderland and Miss Wizarding World and watched the Death Eaters. And then not to mention my friends that I made while we were doing our challenge. Scott, hey.
Go Razorbacks.
Go Razorbacks. We had so much more fun this HHN.
Yep.
I love you, but just doing houses, the two of us, is not nearly as fun.
That's true.
I have a great time doing it, but it's so much more fun when we bring people in with us to do the houses. And I don't know, the people that we listed off, I'm sure they'll see this. They can let us know as well if they enjoyed it or if they secretly hated doing the houses with us, who knows. But we had so much fun with that, and we hope to do the same thing this next year for the first week of HHN. Let's talk a little bit more about, we did the first night of HHN, and then following that, we ate some food. Just a little bit.
We did. A lot of food.
What did you think about filming that one?
That one was fun, particularly because from a filming standpoint, I know I'm nerding out here a little bit, was we broke down other videos that we really enjoyed and kind of seeing it come to light with the intent and the idea of like that we set out to do it with was super cool to see it kind of come together and be like, yeah, that was the feeling and the gist of what we were going for. So that was really cool from, I guess, a nerd cinematography perspective.
I will give you props from the filming and editing side for that particular video because it is exactly what we were shooting for. And it turned out, I'm not going to say better than I expected, but like exactly like what I was hoping we would make. I hope to be able to do another video like that this upcoming year. I think I'm crazy to say it, but hopefully in the next one, there's even more food and there's even more drinks. My wallet says otherwise, but
right.
But it was very fun.
I also think one of my favorite memories from HHN was sitting in the VIP area of Nightmare Fuel and being able to capture Benji, the Fuel Girls, Moose, and all the other performers of Nightmare Fuel and try and do that performance justice.
I've never felt so special in my life as to be allowed to sit in that section at HHN. Like, I was so grateful, and still am, to have that opportunity. Sure. But then also following it, getting to post those types of content pieces and also be able to connect with the performers and share the love of the work they do with them as well as others. Because, like, it's not like the folks in Nightmare Fuel just go and walk on stage and do that in one night. Like, the amount of work they put in, the time, the effort, the skills they learn, it's impressive. And so to be a little small blip to be able to share that with people and the performers is very special. The last visit we had for this year was just a bit ago.
Yeah.
We went to...
Feels like forever ago.
It feels like forever ago, but literally it was just weeks ago. We went to the November Orlando Informer event. We hit up the mini meetup, got poured on.
Drenched.
And then we went and did the regular OI meetups on Friday and Saturday. But for those meetups, my parents came. So that was a different experience for all of it. First time doing a mini meetup. First time doing a meetup in the rain. That changes things. And then also first time bringing my parents to the parks. They've never been before. What stands out the most to you from that last visit?
The rain, for sure.
Yeah, it was so wet.
It was wet.
You wore a poopy pants for that night.
I was tired because we also drove down.
And you worked that day.
So I had worked since probably about 5 a.m., came home, just swapped cars. Like,
I had the car pulled out of in the drive, waiting for him to just get there, jump in, and said, "Here's your food, let's go."
And then drove down the 6 hours down for the mini meetup, and it's just raining, it happens. Like,
it's no one's fault.
It's no one's fault.
Yeah. We just need to go to another mini meetup
is really what it boils
do a do-over.
down to. Yeah, we need a do-over because if we could do another Orlando Informer mini meetup, I think we would have a vastly different experience.
The Grinch stands out to me.
Yep.
Amazing. Had a fantastic time. In fact, like, I think I'll call it our holiday visit that we'll do in the following year, we will either do a breakfast with the Grinch or we'll do a holiday tour to be able to have our time to do our meet and greet with the Grinch.
We'll also probably try and team up with other people and do the holiday tour if we do it next year.
I think that would be really talk fun. About Scream Squad. We need a holiday squad. Because I think doing a holiday tour with a group of people that we have fun with or that enjoy the same sort of stuff would be
a lot of fun.
Wonderful. What stands out to you about taking my parents to OI? The rain.
No. I think what stands out to me was your mom being so hyped to get on rides.
She loves roller coasters.
Like, her happy dance getting out of Hulk, riding Velocicoaster with her, because it's like you didn't get to experience that because your dad's not a big roller coaster guy.
No, but he and I hung out. We had a good time.
Riding Hulk with your mom and riding Velocicoaster and even Doom was super fun.
Yeah.
Because seeing her that excited to do Universal was a lot of fun.
Clearly, I think the theme of all of it is that we enjoy taking people and doing stuff with other people at Universal.
We just enjoy experiencing the park.
Sharing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
even if it's the performers, the team members, other people, like,
that's a really good point.
Yeah. Filming, because like that was one of my things about the November was filming them all, filming all the performers at the Mel's dance, the Vamos dance, act natural, like
Messing.
so much fun.
When it's just Ben and I at the parks and we get to go film performers and stuff like that, and then we kind of either hype them up or mess with them.
We just
in a nice way.
Enjoy the parks with other people.
We really do. Well, we spent a lot of time in the parks in 2023, and with that, it means that Ben has like thousands of hours of videos.
Literally thousands.
And probably even more B-roll than he knows what to do with.
100%.
But because of that, it means we have some bloopers too. So
just keep doing what you do.
I am not thrilled to say this because it's probably going to be a lot of bloopers of me, but here's some bloopers from 2023. We hope you guys enjoy. Of future transitions that really didn't work out. First one, let's go do some stuff.
We're at a port of entry, and we are gonna get breakfast with the mean one himself, Mr. Grinch. We'll see if he actually has cockroaches in his smile, or termites. Yeah, it's termites. Work it.
Work it.
Moves, moves.
Work it. I got it. You got it?
Is it gonna keep raining all night?
Probably.
Action.
Jimmy Buffett really knew what's up. You trying to come up with a good hook for your video? This one's for you. I wasn't. Maybe not. We want to give a special thank you to our Patreon and YouTube members who have been supporting us throughout this year. Thank you so much, Jody, Christy, Misty, and April. It means a ton to us, and your support helps us provide further YouTube content to be able to bring to this platform and others.
If you got anything out of this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stick around for more Universal content. Thanks for watching.
Bye!